Welcome for a fresh new daily dose of ASMR. This time is another map tracing with historical facts. We're gonna talk today about the Christopher Columbus voyages to the Indies. Well, he thought he reached the Indies. Instead, he never knew that he discovered a new continent. So, let's start to remake the travels of Christopher Columbus to the West Indies, and with details and facts. Wow. Christopher Columbus' journeys to what they called Indies were a pivotal in European exploration and marked the beginning of the widespread contact between Europe and Americas. Columbus was an Italian navigator. So to find a direct sea route between westward to Asia, particularly to Indies. Indies is an European term used for the regions of South and Southeast Asia. Indies. The classical way, the classic route, knew by then, was through the shore of Africa. But Christopher Columbus believed that Earth was smaller than it, and it's underestimated the distance between Europe and Asia across the Atlantic Ocean. Well, the first voyage was in 1492 until 1492. The objective was to find a route for trade spice, silk and other valuable goods. The fleet was 3 ships, Santa Maria, the flagship, Pinta and Nina, so 3 ships. On the first voyage, the route, well, he departed from Palos de la Frontera, Palos de la Frontera, Spain, on August 3, 1492, and he stopped on the Canary Island, somewhere here in this area, before crossing the Atlantic. On October 12, 1492, he reached the islands of Bahamas here. Let's trace the route. So, which named them San Salvador. Well, he thought that it was part of Asia. In this journey, he explored Cuba, who mistook for mainland of China, the islands of Hispaniola, modern-day Haiti and Dominican Republic, where he established a small settlement, La Navidad. La Navidad. Using the remains of the Santa Maria sailing ship, he returned in 1493 in Spain, bringing gold. So, on the same route, gold spices, and important indigenous captives. That was the first voyage, 1492 to 1493. The second voyage was 1 year later and lasted 3 years. The second voyage was 1493 until 96. So this was the first, this was the second. The objective of the second was to establish permanent colonies and explore the Caribbeans. Now the fleet was much larger. In the first voyage he used 3 sail ships. Now in the second voyage he used 17 ships, carrying settlers, livestock and supplies. The journey was the same. Revisited Hispaniola and established a new settlement, La Isabela, which struggled due to the sea and poor planning. Now explored even further, explored Jamaica and the Antilles. And even Puerto Rico. He clashes with indigenous people and internal dissent among settlers and logistical problems. The third voyage was 1498 until 1500. The objective of the third voyage to explore further south and confirm the existence of mainland continents. On this route, Columbus sailed further south, reaching Trinidad and the northern coast of South America, modern Venezuela, which he identified as a new continent. Here on Venezuela, he experienced the first that he discovered a new continent, but it still wasn't sure. Then returned to Hispaniola. Upon returning, he faced rebellion among the settlers due to the poor living condition. He was arrested and returned to Spain in chains after complaints about his governance reached the Spanish crown. Well, the last voyage, the fourth voyage, was 1502 to 1504. The objective of this is to find passage to Asia through the Americas. Now he sailed to the Central America coast in Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, and Panama, searching for a strait to Asia. Well, at that time, the Panama Canal wasn't even imagined, so he didn't found anything, any strait for traveling to the Pacific Ocean. In this journey, he encountered storms, hostile strikes and skirmishes with indigenous groups, and on the coast of Panama he found a shipwreck graveyard. Well, Columbus never found a passage and returned to Spain in poor health and financial ruin. Returned to Spain. Well, and now the legacies. Columbus never realized that he discovered a new world. New world. And died in 1506, believed that he reached the fringe of Asia. His voyages marked the beginning of European colonizations of the Americas. Leading to profound and often devastating consequences for indigenous populations. Later on, the first navigator who realized that Columbus discovered a new continent was Amerigo Vespucci. But we're gonna talk about Amerigo Vespucci in another ASMR, maybe a tracing map session. But until then, I wish you all the best.